Ho, ho, ho! Happy Christmas, everyone! Merry Christmas! I hope you're having a lovely time with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones. And today is a very special day. It's Christmas, of course, but also the interview is very, very special. It's the very first interview in sign language. So we're going to have Elvin. Elvin, he lives in Melbourne, Australia, but he's from Hong Kong. And so yes, it's going to be a very lovely interview. He's a lovely person, he's a dancer, and he lives in Melbourne, Australia. So enjoy your Christmas, have a lovely time, and thank you very much for being so supportive, and William and the Magic Box. Okay, enjoy the interview. Hello, how are you, Elvin?
Good, how are you?
Good, can you... Okay, perfect. Right, so just before we start the game, tell me, where are you from, Elvin?
I was born in Hong Kong, but I moved to Australia, or to Melbourne, over 20 years ago.
Right, and what do you like the most about Melbourne?
The coffee. It's the best coffee.
That's fun. And what do you miss the most about Hong Kong?
The food. Definitely the food. There's so many different varieties out there, but that's one thing I miss. It's very different to what's available in Melbourne, and you can't find it here.
I can imagine, I can imagine. Tell me, what do you do for a living?
Well, I work in an office, so a lot of computer work. But also I have another job as well, in performing, in dance, theatrically.
I see, I was checking your profile and I could see that you are a ballet dancer as well.
That's correct. Well, I'm learning. So I've been learning for the last 10 years. And yes, I think it's a process. I think it's something that you never really finish.
I see. I'll just share something with you. When I was a child, one of my dreams, like when I started enjoying arts, music, when I was a child, I would love to be a ballet dancer in the future. That was my dream.
Oh wow, really? Did you go to ballet class?
No, because I was living in a very small town, a very small city, so my parents couldn't afford me to send me to a big city. That was the only issue, but I was fascinated with the whole thing.
Oh, okay, that's a bit sad.
It's okay.
So in Hong Kong, I didn't learn any ballet at that time. Mum thought, being deaf, that wasn't possible, so I just dropped that idea.
Right.
And then when I got a little bit older, and when I moved to Australia, I picked it up again. So you can start now if you want.
Okay, I think I'm gonna move to Melbourne as well.
Definitely.
Okay, Elvin, so welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I've got this magic box here full of random fun questions, okay? I'm just gonna shake a little bit the magic box before the first question. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Right, ready for the first question?
Yeah, let's go.
Great. So the first question is, did you ever have a nickname, and what it was?
Well, when I was younger, I was a little bit larger in size. So I think my family used to call me they used to call me Fat Boy.
That's funny.
Well, not now though.
I can see.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, let's go for the second question. Okay, let's go for the second question. Who makes you laugh the most, make you more happy the most in your life?
That would be my partner, David. He's very positive. He shares a lot of his experiences with me, a lot of things that I haven't experienced before, which has been wonderful. He's very funny. We have a lot of laughs. Sometimes, it's little things.
Is he from Hong Kong or from Australia?
He's Australian.
Oh.
So he's a music teacher, and sometimes he's taught me a few things about music as well, which has been interesting.
Okay, and how long have you been together for?
Over a year and a half now.
Amazing, amazing. Ready for the third question?
Yep.
Let's do it. Let's go for another question for you. Let's do it. Right, it's a good question. It's a good question. If you could meet yourself when you were 15 years old again, which advice would you give to yourself?
Maybe because I always wanted to learn ballet. I think at that time I really wasn't ready to learn. And I would say to myself, you know, Elvin, get involved with ballet. Go to a class. You are ready to do it. There could be barriers, but don't think of this as a barrier. Don't think of your deafness as a barrier. Give it a go. Because you've become a ballet dancer anyway, so you might as well start at that time, and you've been successful.
Amazing. Oh, wow, wonderful. I like that. Very good, very inspiring.
Thank you.
Let's go for another question. Let's do it. Okay, next question, Elvis. Next question. If I would ask your best friend right now to define yourself in a positive word and a negative word, what your best friend would tell me?
Oh, about me, okay. Well, I think a positive word that they would say about me would probably be, you know, that I'm determined. It doesn't matter, you know, if there are barriers there. I'll always find a way to work through it because I'm quite determined. I don't give up. A negative one. Okay. So maybe they might say I'm a little bit fussy because I do analyze things because you know I want things to be perfect in the long run. So I think that's something that I find pride in as well.
Interesting, interesting. Let's go for another question. Let's do it, Elvin. Just before the next question, the sign language in Hong Kong is different, let's say in English or in Australia?
Yes, it is. It's very different. In Hong Kong, the sign language is based on Chinese language, as well as some American signs as well. So it's combined. In Australia, we have Auslan. So that's based on BSL, like where you are, the British Sign Language. There's some modifications though. So yeah, across the world there are different sign languages, just as there are different spoken languages.
Great, interesting. Thanks for sharing that. Thank you very much. Let's go for another question. Right, tell us something interesting about yourself.
Maybe, well, it could be, you know, that I'm quite motivated to learn new things. I like to do things myself, so I started learning how to take photography of the dogs. As you can see behind me, I did those.
Beautiful, beautiful, wow.
Yeah. So I think that's it's been interesting to learn, you know, the art of photography. It's something new. I think it's always finding something new to learn, not seeing any barriers out there.
Amazing, amazing. Ready for another question?
Yes.
Let's do it. Right. Next question is, what's your last favorite chore?
Maybe cleaning, I think. Yeah. I think it's one of those things that everyone hates doing.
Do you like cooking?
Yeah, I do. I do try and learn, you know, different styles of cooking. You know, I'm not a master chef necessarily, but you know, I like to try different skills, different recipes.
Right. Are you enjoying the show so far, Elvin?
Yeah, it's good fun.
Great. So
I think sometimes, you know, there are some questions that I don't really ever think about myself. How would I answer that? Absolutely. I think it's really good.
Good. Let's go for another question then. Let's do it. do another question for Elvin. Oh, good one. What's the biggest difference between you and your partner?
Well, I don't necessarily see our partnerships being, one person being hearing, one person being hearing, one person being deaf as a difference. But I think it's more, I'm more of an artist, and I think David is more musically versed. So I think I said that as a little bit of a difference between us in our backgrounds. But at the same time, I think we do have similarities as well.
Right, let's go for another question, Elvin. Let's do it. Let's get another question. What can make you really angry?
I think it's when people, don't understand about, people being deaf when they ask stupid questions.
I see, I understand. Cool. Another question?
Yes.
Good, let's go. Okay, next question. What's the most dramatic argument have you ever had?
When I was involved in a dance group, we were doing a performance, and they had the choreographer involved there. They were hearing, and I was there with some other dancers who were also deaf. We're having some discussions about the choreography, and I could see that there was a lot of talk. It was quite hard for us. We were trying to take in all the information. It was getting quite frustrating with the instructions. We thought, no, hang on a sec. We need to speak up. Okay, please slow down a little bit so that we can make sure we can understand everything.
I see. Go. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, another question. Let's do it. What's the happiest day in your life so far and why?
Well, there was an experience I had traveling around Japan with my family. So I think growing up, there was a lot of work, study. There wasn't a lot of time for the family to spend together. So when we went to Japan for a holiday, that was, I don't know, the feeling was just fantastic. It wasn't necessarily about the holiday itself, but it was having a family time together, spending that time together. And I felt very happy at that time, and that would be something I'd love to recapture.
Right, I've got 3 questions left for you, okay? Ready?
Perfect.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Next question. Right, what's the most memorable lesson you learned from your parents?
I think it would be about, not giving up. They gave me opportunities to, try different things. And I think really, I've been successful over the years. I think that's a very important, I think it's been very important for me. When I moved to Australia, I found that I thought there were a lot of barriers, and I thought, well, maybe this isn't going to work out. But I thought, from what Mum and Dad have taught me over the years, I need to persevere. And I've been successful since I've been living here, which has been great.
Easy. Cool. 2 questions left for you, Elvin. Let's do it. Okay, next question is, good question. If you could make up a school subject, what that would be?
What should they include? I think they definitely need to have an Auslan class. They need to have people learning how to use Auslan, use Australian Sign Language. Having more people being able to use it, being able to communicate with more people out in the community would be amazing. I know there are some classes that are out there now, but during my education, or even like when I go out to cafes, sometimes I do see some people use signs like this one for thank you, which feels nice. It feels as though that there are more people learning it, and that's amazing.
Interesting, very interesting. Are you ready for the last question?
Yes.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, Elvi, let's get the last question for you. Right, last question is, if your plane was going down and you could call just one person, who that would be?
It has to be only one person?
Only one person, you had the opportunity. It's a very tough question.
It would have to be Mum, I'd say. Because
Why?
I think Mum would be I think she, I worry about her, I love her, and I think she'll be the person.
Amazing, very sweet. Okay, it's not the end yet, okay? Elvi, what am I going to do now? I'm going to give away some words and you just tell me one thing that comes to your mind, okay? Quick thinking. Let's start with family.
Love.
Okay? Money.
Love. Love money.
Okay. Let's say life.
Love.
Okay.
Love life.
Let's say love.
Wealth.
Great. How about sex?
Love.
Okay.
That means you love each other.
Politics.
Well, I don't know if I really want to say that one, but maybe lies.
Okay. Religion.
Love.
Okay. Fear.
Anxiety.
Good one. Friendship.
Sharing.
Good. Desire.
Love. Loving more.
Right. How about regret?
Disappointment.
Okay. And a wish.
Real. Something becoming real.
Okay. And the last one is Melbourne.
Coffee.
Again. Right. No, now let's play now. Elvi and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question, okay? Now, Elvis.
So from today's interview, what did you learn from me today?
I learned from you how to be persistent, how to persistent and never give up.
That's pretty good. It's a good answer.
Good. Right. Did you have a good time, Elvis?
Yes, thanks. It's been lovely.
Great. Just before we go, I just would you like to tell you first that I really enjoyed. You are such a lovely person. Thanks so much. You are my first guest, deaf, that was talking sign language. So the show, anyone can participate, and I'm so happy and so grateful that you accept my invitation. I'm so grateful.
I think I agree. I think it'll be fantastic. The interview was lovely. Thank you for inviting me so much. I think other people watching the video will take a lot from this.
Absolutely.
I think we've got things that other people can learn from as well, which has been amazing.
Great, but just before you go, if you can share like a positive message or a positive quote, something that inspires you in life.
Tomorrow is another day. It doesn't matter if you've made a mistake. If you feel sad or if you have problems today, tomorrow is a new day. It's a new challenge, and to make yourself feel happy and try and feel more positive.
Amazing. I really like that. Thank you so much for sharing these positive quotes. I really appreciate that.
That's great. Thank you. I look forward to seeing what happens.
Say thank you to Andy as well for being so kind and help us with the interview.
No worries.
Okay, have a great day and I'll talk to you soon, okay? All the best. All the best. Thank you so much.
You too.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Did you have a nice time? Enjoy the interview? William and the Magic Box. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, William and the Magic Box. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, just visit our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com. Give a like, share the video, and see you tomorrow with another lovely interview. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Bye.